It's week 18. The Eagles, the team that keeps beating us every year, coming to Carolina, playing a meaningless game as we've already clinched the division, clinched the 1 seed. We've basically broken the game. We're undefeated. Things have gotten a little stale, in my opinion. I like winning, but ever since Arch became an X factor, we've just been destroyed. I mean, defense is playing better. They're getting picks. I mean, dude, we've. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm almost okay. Like, look. Okay, close game, not so close. Another close game here against the Chiefs. Really close versus the Chargers. Kicked the Raiders' ass. I don't think he was an X factor then. I think we just happened to have a really good game. And then things started to come together to where we're just destroying teams. It's definitely when we faced the Falcons. That's when he was, I think, an X factor, and we went to more of a man coverage, more so than I mean, even before I thought I did it before, but no, I went like overboard and destroyed the Falcons. He started going for long bombs, multiple in that game. That's the game I think he broke the single game passing record at over 600 yards. Then it just continued. You know, Bryce threw for over 400 yards against us, and but threw I think threw two pick sixes. So game's kind of broken right now. I mean, I don't mind winning, but I guess that maybe hopefully the Eagles give us a challenge. I'm not really gonna change what we're doing. I'm afraid if I tweak anything more, I mean, are we gonna be stoppable? It just seems kind of like 73 to 28. I mean, I get that. I guess I don't even know what the most points scored in a game was, but it's just it's pretty unstoppable. I mean, he's got the single season passing record as well. He got that in the last game. Nick Scorton's leading the team in sacks or the league in sacks, but he got injured last game. He's out. I think the first playoff game, but he'll be back for should we make it to the NFC Championship. We have three receivers over 1,000 yards, and our tight end Sanders almost there. So I hope we get it. But it's I don't have like part of the enjoyment of a GM is building the team and finding ways to replace players and drafting good. But I don't really have any positions that I need to focus on. Anyway, um, Giants are you kind of see the playoff scenario here. You got three teams from the NFC West in it currently. You have the Browns with the 1 seed. And also, here's the next thing. We've got, because we traded back last year in the draft, we had, what was it, the number 4 overall pick, I think, from the Rams? Yeah. They had our first pick, we had theirs with the Bryce Young and Puka trade, and they had our second round pick for, Braden Fisk, and I think we threw in Treshawn Wharton. I can't remember what else. But we traded back a couple times. We got the Buccaneers first round pick, and right now it's at number 1 overall. And we got the Broncos first round pick, who's they're 6-10, but so they're kind of middle of the draft now. They've gone on a 4-game winning streak. The Broncos have. They were sucking it up. They were worse than the what's it called, the Buccaneers. Buccaneers were doing bad, and then they won 4 in a row, then lost 2, then won. Now lost 2 in a row. Broncos were just horrible, and then all of a sudden they've won the last four. So yeah, after we beat them, they've just gone on a streak. Anyway, I mean, there's just now we got 3 first-round picks, I think 3 second-round picks, and it's just it wasn't my intention. You know, I want to get something for our players or trade in the draft and seek some ammunition, but I don't have anywhere I really need to address. So we're looking so good that like I'm thinking of trading Puka Nakua, but what for more draft picks? I want to see the young players get more the young receivers get more reps and have an opportunity to kind of become the next Puka or the next whatever. Anywho, actually I haven't even done this yet. Damn it. Let's do it. If I don't like it, I'm gonna back out. I think I did that last game or last time at the end of last game. Okay, Eagles horrible at stopping the run. They're mid on offense at both. They're mid at stopping the pass. We're gonna start our third string quarterback and just to try and keep that undefeated season going. If he struggles, we'll put Arch in or but Lenore Sellers, he's our second string guy. I don't want to play him because he's basically had one pass, threw it for a long bomb touchdown. He's got a perfect quarterback rating. I'm just kind of curious of what happens at the end of the season if he ends with it. Probably nothing, but I'm curious, and I wouldn't mind seeing the seventh round pick that we got at quarterback. Just curious. We'll see. But all right, let's take a look at the Eagles' injury report. Our injury report. Like I said, Scorton's out for a few games. And the Eagles are hurting. Starting middle linebacker out. Starting left end out. Starting left guard out. Starting left tackle out. I think this was their first round pick, if I'm not mistaken. He's out. So yeah, they're in a lot of pain right now. They're in no position to face us. But, we'll see if they give us a fight. I mean, they still have some good players. Let's take a look at their scheme, who's their coach is. I'm sure it's the same coach. Yep, Nick Sirianni, West Coast spread. We struggle against West Coast. Base 4-3, which was what the Falcons were running. So I'm wondering if we're just gonna do to them, do to these birds what we did to the other birds. Maybe I'm being overconfident. Yeah, depth chart. Like I said, Christopher Vizina is going to start for us. They've got Jalen Hurts, of course, and I don't know what happened to Saquon. Jamari Johnson, rookie tight end. AJ Brown, Tyrell. I mean, they have a decent receiving cast. Horrible left tackle. I mean, I guess yeah, the right side is their best side. Kayvon Thibodeau went from the Giants to the Eagles. There's that pipeline again. Nolan Smith, he can get pressure on us. And you have okay, Jalen Walker, and I mean I don't know who these guys are. I know who he is, but he obviously hasn't progressed. They have good corners. All right, I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the more of a run. Horrible accuracy on their kicker. I'm gonna go with the run playbook. They still pass a whole crop load even with that, but let's see what they recommend. Contain the quarterback scramble, huh? Why does it say they're starting Kyle McCord? Nah. I mean, if Jalen Hurts scrambles, then maybe it'll give us more of a challenge. Let's go ahead, keep the run inside. I mean, dude, I don't want to lose games, but I also don't want to be beating teams 73 to 28 or 62 to 14. That's just crazy. That's just crazy talk. All right, let's go over our depth chart real quick, or our rosters in general. Now, this is what's kind of bugging me. Not necessarily quarterback. I mean, this was all planned. I don't know. I mean, it's if he's going to be unstoppable, I almost want to trade him. you know, I mean, I don't know, man. I want to beat the big bads, and I think we've become the big bad right now. I don't mind that our running backs are great, especially the fact that we don't even run that much. Receivers are doing really well. I mean, they don't drop nearly as many balls as they used to. I just don't think we need Puka anymore. We traded him because we were having a lot of trouble with pass catchers. We needed someone, and I just don't I don't think I think we could move everyone up a slot in the depth chart, and we'd be just fine, and we'd actually be able to see some of these lower guys maybe get more catches. Um, I th- I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think Panthers fans would like to see Jimmy Horn Jr. more than Puka at this. I mean, shoot, probably from the first season. But dude, nobody was catching shit. Sanders does well. I drafted this kid. I mean, dude, there's nobody. This kid's done well. I mean, he does give up some sacks sometimes. I think he's done great. Moko's done well. This kid's a rookie superstar. Done outstanding. This kid, I drafted this kid before I drafted this kid as more darts to throw to fill in for the retired Moten, and he earned the job in the off season, and I guess it makes sense because he was a superstar. This guy's still a hidden dev, so I imagine he's a star. I mean, how many superstars do you get at the offensive line in a draft? This guy's a star. He was a hidden dev. So we're looking good along the offensive line. Um, Braden Fisk we got from the Rams traded in that Bryce and Puka trade and some draft picks, and he just took off. He fits so well in this defense. I wasn't even really. I didn't know he was gonna be that good in this defense. I mean, shoot, how would anyone know that? But it's kind of led me to believe that maybe I want someone else in his mold. We'll still keep Derek Brown, but Derek Brown is just more of a run stopper. He doesn't seem to get any pressure when they're passing, and other teams pass a lot. He's still an X factor. But yeah, I mean, these guys are up for contract renewal. I don't know about this guy, but I know Keon White is. I think they both are, but at least Keon White is. Benton is as well. Who once we got Fisk, didn't really need Benton, and he served his purpose. He helped, but I'm thinking I want more of a. I mean, maybe I do need a backup to Derek Brown, kind of be a run stopper. Nah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Defensive linemen cost a lot. Anywho, we have a good. He's actually a superstar nose tackle that we drafted a year ago. We have a good nose tackle backup. He's still on IR though, which when I re-signed Cam Jackson, I've kept him on IR. But maybe just for the playoffs, maybe it's time to bring him back. And I'm gonna have to probably let go of Cam Jackson to create the roster space for him. You know, we got LeVar Arrington Jr. moved him to edge. He was a star rating, star dev, and then he actually got 1.5 sacks somehow one game, and they gave him a fucking chance to be a superstar, and he met it. So now he's a superstar. Trevin Wallace is just a star. Gabe Powers is a star. I wouldn't mind getting a better inside backer compared to Gabe Powers, even though he's 80 overall and young. I don't know. I want two guys that look like Wallace, but here's the problem: our defense isn't always calling the 3-4 sets. They call more, um, you know, one inside backer sets with the big nickel, so 6 DBs than they do. And I think it's all based on. I guess I could change that in the playbook. Yeah, I guess I could. Huh? Something to think about. I haven't really thought about it. I've been so worried about the offensive playbook. Um, Dude, like we're not. This is where okay. This guy's gonna be gone next year. He's not. He doesn't even play. He's just. I kept him on the roster because I was worried going into this season that they would look shitty again, or not acceptable. But Horns played better. Barron was a great pickup. Traded for him with the Broncos and with some of the extra picks that we had, and he's actually then he progressed a lot. I think he was like in the low 80s when we traded for him. So I was thinking he was gonna, he's gonna be battling this guy for starting role, then progressed, and this guy was a superstar even last year. These two are stars. So yeah, man, it's I guess free safety, but it's really hard to get a free safety. And is someone gonna play better than Richie has? Which hasn't been great. He's not wowing anybody, but he also played better than Hicks did last year. Ransom's a superstar now. I had to move him around that day that he was up for a dev increase. The kicker, dude, this guy's going to the Hall of Fame. I think he's had three. He's 3 for 3 on kicks over 60 yards this season. Does it have? Longest is 63. I think he's done two of those. Over 50 yards. He's 7 for 7. He hasn't missed anything. Of course, I probably just jinxed him. Yep, 100%. And I know there was two 63 yarders and there was a third. I think it was 60, 61, 60 maybe, 62. I don't know. But yeah, he's a future Hall of Famer, man. So where the hell? I mean, what do I just kick my feet up and take a vacation? What is a GM supposed to do? Anyway, uh, I don't know. I just need to say all that out loud. So I haven't really watched a game in 2 days. It's like we're just gonna kick the fucking Eagles. Hopefully, I don't know. It's like hard to say. Like, what I don't want to kick the Eagles' ass. Of course I do. But 70 over 60 points, over 50. I don't know. All right, we're going. What are we doing? Let's do. Let's do blue. Damn it. Oh, it's easy fix. All right, gotta check the depth chart though. Make sure it's good. Oh, fuck. Why does it do that? All right, we're going to start Uman Mielen. Sorry, Erickson Jr. at left. And then he's going to be backed up. Let's do Green. Snyder here. There, that's good. Oh. You know what? I want to see Snyder more. Oh, here's what I'll do. If we're winning, I'll put in Snyder more when I know they're passing. I'm wondering. Yeah, sure, why not? I know. We'll do the home game. We'll do that silver one. I kind of liked in the first playoff game. Here goes nothing.
It's week 18 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Xavier Legette, who's now over 1,000 yards receiving on the season. It's the Panthers and the Eagles, just ahead on EA Sports.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. It's been a good season for them so far. They're just looking to keep that momentum going forward.
They like their record. Now they want to increase it. A win here could really get the momentum going in the right direction.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from uptown Charlotte. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25
I fucking
to the
hate it when
26-yard
teams
line.
take it out of the end
So
zone.
here are the Panthers.
I will never understand why they do it.
They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the young man from
The
Clemson.
analytics are
We're
not
seeing
in their
it more and
favor.
more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And now as we get toward the home stretch here, the regular season, Charles, let's take a look at the list of key inactives for them in this one.
Yeah, and after almost a full season of physical games, You know you're going to have some guys missing during the final weeks of the season. Nature of how we play this sport. Every team, you've got to be prepared to handle them. And the teams that focus on handling it, focus on guys getting ready to play, even if they're not starters, those are the ones that weather the storm.
Oh, he had him. He was open.
All right,
but
man,
he
you can
couldn't
see a
get
big
it to
difference
him.
with this
It's
quarterback.
incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. 51 yards on the punt there. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Here's Hurts to throw. This will be caught once
How is
again
he
by
so
Brown.
fucking open?
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, he's one of the top receivers in the game, Charles, so no surprise here on the opening drive. They want to get him involved, and he has catches on back-to-back plays.
And, Brandon, I look at it from the defense's perspective. You know he's one of the top receivers in the game. You've got to find ways to slow him down, because if he gets into high gear, he's going to shred you all game long.
Throwing is Hurts. He finds his man, complete. That's Barry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Oh my
He
goodness.
rifles one, and that's going to
He
be
might be gone.
intercepted.
No, Hurts is fast. Never mind.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
The Panthers offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And we show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. And you can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
2nd and 6. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only able to gain a couple there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. In motion goes the tight end. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6
Jimmy
points.
Orr Jr. looks like a
As
fucking
you know, so many
gremlin.
things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on
He looks
timing.
angry.
And that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3. Just get the ball right to the receiver.
Is the hitch route. And tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Up the middle they go. It's Barry. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
You look at this Carolina defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the number 1 overall offense in the league.
Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Hurts.
Oh.
Here's a diving catch right side. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, it's Hurts. He finds his man Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. And Robinson, the motion man right. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this throw incomplete.
Nice.
And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll look to throw again.
Ooh.
Hurts.
Oh, he fumbled. Oh, my God.
Picked up by the Panthers.
Nice.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football.
Kind of nimble there, DB.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to
What the fuck are you
preseason
talking
when you and I
about?
do our
Clinch.
tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Oh, my goodness.
Throws right side.
It's
and that's
Horn, and he's
complete.
gone. They're not catching him. Wow.
Touchdown, Carolina.
This offense is nasty.
There. 83 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike.
That's what I'm talking about, man. We don't need Puka anymore.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is
You know what this does? This allows
snap,
me
especially on the first few plays of any series,
to re-sign someone like a Jimmy Horn Jr.
reputation as the league's best offense.
To a longer, like let's say 4-year contract at a cheaper rate than had he been progressing for his entire rookie contract. And same thing with the next guy, Barry Brown, who's had stone hands. Now all of a sudden he's doing better.
And no run back here.
He was rated 60s in the catches, like high 60s. Now he's low 70s. But for some reason, I don't know what it is.
Just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers.
Quarterback, like is it the offense?
Hippocratic oath. First, do no
Now
harm,
he doesn't drop as nearly as many balls. I'm sure they're going to drop some.
No one
but
is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
it's just,
This is caught by
I just don't
Robinson.
understand it.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Yeah, I think I'm going to trade Puka.
He'll drop to throw.
I just don't know for what. What do I want?
That's Brown. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They're going to look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as he'll be taken down at the 46. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
And now to common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just
What are they going to do?
play,
Punt it?
I'm always thinking in the back of their mind.
See, we have a kicker to
they're
where
worried about
we would
what's
go for
coming
the
at
field
them
goal.
because they're going towards traffic
Hall of
on that
Famer.
route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Oh, good.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
See, 2 years ago, that guy drops that.
On that one, it leads to 3rd down. 3rd down and 1.
I don't know who that was, but I'm thinking it was Horn Jr.
He'll look to throw.
That one too. That would have
He
would have dropped that. Number 2 definitely would have fucking dropped it.
As they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30 as they've got it as we resume action. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Back to throw again. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
He's got a lot of athleticism
that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 2. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And he's been effective with the ball in his hands all season long. The NFL's leader among quarterbacks in touchdowns scored on the ground.
Wait, they're not challenging that shit?
They'll run on first down. It's Barry. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. That escapes the sack. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Quick slant here to Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Here's Hurts to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and a couple. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Throwing his Hurts. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jelani Woods, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Well, he is such a matchup nightmare down near the goal line, CD, and another example right there on that play for the touchdown.
It's borderline impossible to defend this guy because that kind of size, he can still get out and run a crisp route, and he has excellent hands. Even if you stick with him, all the quarterback has to do is lob it up, and he can win almost any jump ball.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. looking to throw. That one complete to Ligon. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 43, here's second down and 7. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. This offense number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and the run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's caught by Sanders. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Eagles.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Buying time to his left. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
The defense rising to the challenge and setting it back on the sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Hurts sets up to throw it, and that's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Taken in at the 22. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
Run it. Got the 2-minute warning. Just run it. Oh, they're going long. Deep to Coker.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series.
Dude, take the fucking timeout.
Is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That one will set them back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you.
That's it. I'm rolling my ass out there, and I'm calling the fucking timeout myself.
We are starting to witness time and time again.
Call timeout. Call timeout. Come on. Let me call a timeout, man. You guys suck. They're not letting me do it. Damn it.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Barry. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll take it at the 42.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
The Panthers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime.
It fights him off, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Got a man. That's Liggett.
And he's able to take it across
Okay,
midfield
so this would be
before
another
going out of
63-yarder.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th
Oh,
down.
they're punting it.
Here's the Panthers punter
I'm cool
now.
with it.
As
I'm
he's
cool
on
with it.
here to punt it away.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll start by heading out west. State Farm Stadium in Glendale. And it's the Saints who are out in front as that inches closer to halftime. The Saints locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow, a touchdown pass in the victory. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders.
Oh, man.
Jahmyr Gibbs, over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And his ability to use his legs has given the defense fits.
Let's look at the stats. Let's take out whatever offensive lineman is giving up sacks. 3 fucking sacks, man. I mean, I'm not blaming him per se, but you know what?
Early second.
Let's do one more. Let's do a couple more. Let's do...
Rushing yards by a QB. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down. Hurts.
Fucking Junior, man. You just got put on your ass.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. He gets it left side to Johnson.
Oh, you didn't make it.
He got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They'll try and start this drive in the air. There's a short throw caught by Sanders.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive. And
I
he
forgot
takes
to look and see
advantage
how
of
many
it.
yards
The
Sanders needs
completion
to get 1,000.
sets up a manageable second down.
Oh, fuck.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zaven Collins in there to record another
The fuck
sack,
is he doing?
and that is now
Where's the
6
flag,
on the
bro?
afternoon for this defensive unit. I don't know what else can
Homie
be
looked
said
like
about
he was
this
taking a
pass
dump
rush. They
on
have
him.
been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Now back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's taken to the 26. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Back to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10.
Okay, Legette's in.
They'll set up to throw.
Oh, he's going deep. He's got him. No, he doesn't.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Damn it.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 65 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively. 2nd and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Back to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 17-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps.
I'm sensing a pick, man.
They'll look to throw again.
Oh, never mind.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Barry.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown.
Damn.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Eagles have got it back to within a score.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this.
I
We
ain't
know where
fucking
we
around
are.
anymore.
But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Let's bring out the MVP. Yeah, let's do it with him. Bring out the closer.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. They juked him. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. On the handoff, Taylor to about the 48-yard line.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry. And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Manning. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Oh, I guess he wasn't down.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. Now Manning. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what it is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in?
What the fuck? Oh, shit.
Take this into the end zone.
And he caught it. Number 2 caught it?
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers
Dude, I want to see that one
to
again.
reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score
Jedi
game.
mind power shit right there. I don't need to see it. I just saw it.
Yeah, you're taking me into
Double
that deep
fucking
water
coverage
now. Win probability
between 2
index.
defenders.
This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The Eagles' offense set to begin their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know
One big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing is Hurts. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it,
pressure comes
3
in.
sacks,
He's
bro.
brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Is that gonna get? Is he gonna lead the league now? Can't recall where he was at.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Here's Hurts to throw.
Oh,
Staying
shit.
on his feet. And he's going to go down again.
There you go. Clean it up.
A loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really should have a better game plan in store for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Oh, my goodness.
And it's picked up by the Eagles.
It's fucking rigged, man.
40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, that takeaway, partner,
I don't think he's fumbled all year.
that's a combination of
And
coaching,
he was holding on to the ball.
execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Oh, wow. Overturned.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And this is going to be a Panthers 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Throw it to Sanders.
To throw, it's Manning. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. A tackle made by Dorian Williams. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
Ooh.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let me think. Who else is vital? Man, we're good.
They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive
Charbonnet sucks.
Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and
Okay,
out.
never mind. I mean,
And he'll take this
there
into
was
the
one
end
play.
zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Zach Charbonnet, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
On the year?
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
I'm keeping the defensive guys out there because I don't want them to regress if they don't have stats.
And
So any
up to
chance
about the 26-yard line, just across the
pigs
25. The visitors'
sags,
offense and
any
their
chance.
quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. This is Smith with a grab. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Burt sets up to throw it. Man open is Robinson.
Damn.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Back to throw again. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Hurts. Able to get away. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. McPherson on for the point after. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Now ETN to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Looked a lot like fucking Chuba.
And they'll go again with ETN. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Here comes 3rd down and 7.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Here's the Panthers punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is taken at the 23. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. Robinson's got it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Big play looming here. This is 3rd and 7 with a crowd on their feet.
Oh, come on.
And this is going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
17-0.
Circling now, 4th down and 7. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that's complete to Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
he stays up.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long.
Pick it
and
up.
it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, this game's not done just yet. A big conversion there on 4th down and a big gainer as well. They're going to have to play perfect football from here and get all the breaks, but at least they're giving themselves a shot.
A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Oh, shit. Snyder's on the way.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
That's going to be sad if that half sack right there prevented Princely from leading the lead.
Yes, exactly right.
And the Panthers coming out now. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So a win here for the Panthers, and it was their quarterback who led the way, Charles. Pretty impressive play for a rookie.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, didn't he? He had 2 touchdown passes through the air, another one on the ground, and that defense, they really had no answer for many of their drives.
So for Carolina, they make NFL history with this, their 17th win without a loss, a perfect 17-0 on the regular season. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it'll be double digits in losses as they fall to 7-10 for their final mark. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
209 yards rushing. That's pretty damn good. But only 176 passing. How much of that was Manning? 62. 6 for 6. God damn. I mean, he didn't throw an interception. He did fumble it. Oh, he only got 13 yards. He didn't make it, man. Four and a half fucking sacks. So wait, so the first guy missed it, second guy missed it. This was just fucking nasty. Should have just fucking ran for it, bro. All right. Are we going to go undefeated? Are we going to make our first Super Bowl since I've taken the helm? Are we going to end up with the, well, probably not going to have the number one pick because the Buccaneers won. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. All three up there, but the other team still have to play. All right, what are we waiting for? Let's, just in case something weird fucking happens. Wow. We have the top 3 sack guys in the league. Let's see what we're picking. I don't even know if this one's it has us at 1. No, that's got to be wrong. It's got to be wrong, right? It's been wrong before, hasn't it? Yeah. Patriots get the first pick, right? Okay, so we end up with number 4 and number 5 back to back. Holy shit, look at all these. Holy shit. It keeps going. How the fuck do you tie break that shit? Two top 5 picks. I don't know, supposedly. I can't remember which one's right. Is it the. I think it's the standings one. Who made the playoffs? Okay, nothing changed on the NFC. I feel like this has been. Hmm. Yeah, I feel like this is the way it's looked for a while. Who would we want to? I don't really care. With us playing as good as we are, I almost want. Well, we already beat the Chiefs this year, but it'd be nice to see Mahomes just sitting on a sideline while we celebrate. So, okay. I mean, the team we're We're definitely, well, let's see. Yeah, we're definitely not playing the Giants or the Bears. So it's either going to be Niners, Rams, Seahawks, or Cardinals. And I think we beat them all this year. All right, then. So team rankings are first in points scored, first in passing yards, seventh in rushing, second in points allowed, fourth in passing yards on passing yards allowed, and then seventh in rushing yards allowed. All right, I think that'll do it. Oh, you know what we could do? Yeah, let's look at stats and awards. Let's go awards. Okay, Arch gets the MVP. Dave gets Coach of the Year. You're welcome, Dave. Come on now. You can't be fucking serious. Top 3 guys on Defensive Player of the Year. Two guys that just really kicked ass this year. Oh, damn, he was close. Of course, he deserves it. I don't get that one. What were his fucking stats, man? No, that doesn't equate to a record-breaking passing season. It's rigged. All right. So yeah, he led the league in rushing yards and touchdowns, no fumbles. The longest well, let's take a look here. Oh, he was 5th in the league. That's not too bad. While sharing carries. Who fumbled the most? Baker, Lagway, Miller Moss, Bryce Young. Fucking all quarterbacks, man. Who got the most broken tackles? Of course, Judkins. Longest run, Judkins. We know who did that. Oh, Bryce was 2nd. 27 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Of course, yeah. Longest pass, Bo Nix. Who got sacked the most? Bo Nix. Followed by Leave It and Drew Allar. And so he got sacked 47 times. Most receptions, McLaurin. Oh shit, fucking Jatavion over 100. Damn it, 30 yards away. Most touchdowns, McClunky. Had I not benched Harbor, man, he probably would have won that one. Longest pass. Oh, that was what, 94 yards? Yep. Blocking, who gave up the most sacks? Holy shit, Thurman? A rookie? No sacks allowed, 17 games. Yeah, but that could be special teams. The every year free agent left tackle. Damn it, Thompson. Damn it. Mo Solo. Brooks. Scorden. Not a lot of sacks this year. Most picks. Let's see. Xavier fucking Woods. Oh man, okay, he's up there. Okay. Most forced fumbles. Jared Verse. Holy shit, these guys. Holy fuck, they get safeties. Damn. Browns, that's how they got the Super Bowl, huh? All right. All right, that'll do it. Before the next game, I'll see. We'll sim